Grant in Rockford was a big part of the history of the World Wars. Midway Village Museum is going to open a new exhibit about Camp Grant later this month. Learning more about the origins during the First World War with our buddy, our bestie, Luke Fredrickson from Midway. You like being a bestie?
Sure, whatever you want.
I don't even know if they use that term anymore, but welcome.
I'm sure they do, yeah. Well, nice to be here as always.
Yeah, Camp Grant, what was it and where was it?
Well, it's where the airport is now, but the story is really unique. How it started in 1917, and it was done in such a hurry. But in May of 1917, with World War I looming, the War Department decided that they needed 16 new large infantry training bases. They called them cantonments.
Okay.
And one was going to be built in Illinois. So right away, the mayor of Rockford, Robert Rue, and the Chamber of Commerce chief, John Camlin, began a lobbying effort. And they urged the War Department to consider Rockford as a home. At first, they thought maybe a site on North Main Street outside of town would be suitable, but then they realized that the landowners and the farmers in the south of Rockford were willing to lease and or sell their land. It ended up being well over 5,000 acres of land. And they lobbied the War Department in May. And by mid-June, Rockford was chosen as the Illinois location, and construction began.
And so soldiers would be housed there and trained there for World War I, eventually going overseas?
Absolutely, absolutely. So in mid-May, they announced a project. In early June, they began construction, and the War Department, by September, wanted 1,100 buildings available to house 41,000 troops, which they did within 3 months.
That's amazing.
The roads were built to connect. The Rockford Interurban Railway was expanded. Bridges were built over the Rock River. It was an amazing construction project and really beneficial for the Rockford economy.
Tell us about this exhibit. It's fascinating. What stuff do you have? What remnants do you have? What lessons are you telling the people who go view it?
Yeah, your viewers may remember that there was a restaurant museum on Camp Grant called the Command Post. And the family closed that a few years ago, and we acquired all the artifacts from Camp Grant and began raising money to build our new exhibit, which is opening in 2 weeks. We're really excited. It's just about done. It's very immersive, very fun. There's a lot of information there to see, and we're going to have an open house free to the public starting on Saturday from 10 to 4 on February 22nd, Saturday, and then Sunday noon to 4. So we encourage everybody to come on out.
I remember going to that restaurant museum, and I remember seeing some of the artifacts were very personalized. They were letters. There were helmets with soldiers' names on them.
Bugles.
Bugles, right?
It's really amazing. All the stuff that we collected. Some of it is on display. Some of it is in our collection for people to research and see. But yeah, it's a fundamental part of Rockford's story, and we're very happy that we're going to bring it to the public here at Midway.
All right, World War II. Would you just briefly touch on that? It stayed active?
Well, between the wars, it went to the Illinois National Guard, and then later, during the Depression, the Civilian Conservation Corps. So it was used for that. But then, as World War II approached, they started ramping it up and expanded it. And even before Pearl Harbor, they were planning to use Camp Grant again to train soldiers and medics and nurses for World War II.
Fascinating stuff. We can talk more about this. It's a great thing. The exhibit information is on your screen. Midway Village Museum. If you haven't been there, you gotta go. Saturday and Sunday, free open house for the new exhibit. It's good stuff out there. Luke, always good to see you.
Oh, happy to be here.
My bestie to my right. Okay.